Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We're excited to be with you tonight. We actually only have this call for the next couple of weeks because we are in preparation for Day of Discovery.
Yeah, we're almost there. The
Yes.
last little dot the I's, cross the T's sort of thing. But we need all those in order to be ready for you on March 4th, those that will be attending Day
Yes.
of Discovery. Those that aren't, we will miss you. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Come back to us then, and we'll have some great material.
We
for
will.
you.
But as far as our weekly updates go, we do not have a call next week. So just take note of that. But then the following week, we'll start back up and have them again on this platform. So we
Okay.
look forward to that.
Good. I have a bit of an announcement to make.
It's kind of a great one.
It's a huge one.
Yes.
We have received all kinds of feedback over the last year on a specific part of Solex, and that is our compensation plan, the benefits plan that we have for all of our QLAs. There are some that struggle with a few parts, and there's some understanding challenges as well as some replication work. We've been working on this for months and months and months, and what I'm here to share with you tonight is not necessarily the details of some enhancements we're making, with actually some very strong improvements to the plan overall, including some easing of understanding in a few specific areas. Before I jump in, before we jump in, and that's going to be in the next couple weeks, I just need to let you know that we have some wonderful improvements and enhancements that we're making to the compensation plan that will begin effective the commissionable month of April. April, paid on May 10th, will be under these new enhancements, these improvements. That is usually an earth-shaking thing.
Yes.
We don't think, this is like a fireworks sort of thing.
This is just exciting.
Yeah, we've been testing across the board, and so many people are primed, if not already going to be winning, they're primed. They're on the cusp of so many more strides.
Yes.
Because it's going to be that much easier to understand.
Easier to understand, easier to share with others, easier to earn.
And then the key in any sort of direct sales effort, easy to duplicate.
Right.
You're in 30, 40 minutes, you'll be able to understand it and then also even teach it.
Yes.
And that's where we really need to be. And so I know this is going to beg a whole bunch of questions, and we welcome them.
We
So
do.
please send them in.
Now,
we'll be happy to answer those.
Kai and Deborah Durfee actually went into extensive detail about the enhancements to the compensation plan for Day of Discovery. So if you are attending Day of Discovery, you're going to get that information first. You will know exactly what these enhancements and improvements are.
Yeah.
If you
Bonus
are
by
not,
bonus.
Yes, bonus by bonus it will be explained. So it's really in depth. You did a great job with that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So if you are not attending Day of Discovery, why not? Just kidding. If you're not attending Day of Discovery, don't worry. We will have the information out in the weeks following Day of Discovery. So you will get the same information. You will understand this compensation plan in detail.
Yeah, and we won't stop there. It's not just training that'll be available for March.
Right.
We'll continue to ask questions. I'm sure there's going to be specific scenarios in which you might be in where you want a specific answer to a question, and we will be able to answer those questions for you. We'll have FAQ documents. We'll have downloadable PDFs in the back office, as well as the one pager that everybody always loves in any sort of benefits plan, where you can just print it off and it kind of summarizes everything.
All the bullet points.
Yep, all the bullet points.
So we're excited
it's a big
about
announcement.
It is.
Yeah, we're excited. We think this is going to help you and help us and help everyone stride very well in their businesses.
Yes, and so like I said, that will be shared first at Day of Discovery. Now, if you haven't gotten a ticket and you want a ticket, they're still available until March 3rd. You can still purchase a ticket for Day of Discovery. Remember, if you have signed people on in the last couple of weeks, let them know about.
We've had a lot of those.
We have had a lot of those. Let them know about Day of Discovery and tell them how valuable it is for their business, especially as they're getting started. Also, if you're a leader, you have people under you, Share about Day of Discovery. You want your team, your downline to come to Day of Discovery.
Yeah, it's a great collaboration.
Yeah.
Even though it's virtual, there's going to be plenty of opportunity for you guys to connect about different topics, ideas, things that were said, and how you guys are going to work together to better understand the scanner,
Yes.
to better understand specific areas of the scanner.
There's personal development, there's business
Yep.
development, there is about the scanner,
Yep.
how to use AO in your practice and different kinds of practice, how to use AO at home. On and on and on. I could tell you, you are going to love this training.
And a flood of new things too.
Yes.
New products, new things along those lines. And so, yeah, you'll want to come. On top of that, just a reminder, if you do get a ticket, then your account will have access to the coupon code, which is during the Day of Discovery, that will give you the discount on almost every item. Of course, not the subscription itself, but every other item should be in that, or just about every other item.
There are a couple of things that won't be in that, but most everything is. So don't forget about the discount code. Also, you will get an email if you have purchased a ticket. Don't worry about, I haven't gotten my access code yet. You're getting it. It will come to you the early morning hours of March 4th. We will email those. So if you aren't receiving emails from us, make sure you check that email and make sure that we have rights to send things to you through your back office. If you don't know what I'm talking about, give us a call and our customer support team will walk you through that. But you want to make sure you're getting emails from us because that is how you'll get your ticket. Also, side note, what happens if they don't live in this country?
Well, so everything is according to Mountain Standard Time. And
Utah, USA.
Yeah, so we're on the early morning hours. Those certainly won't be the early morning hours down in Australia or Ecuador or somewhere else in the world.
Yes.
But if you have a ticket, a virtual access, you will get it. You'll get it according to the centralized time for us, which is Mountain Standard Time that we're using. And I think most groups have adapted to that.
Yeah.
So thank you for the grace extended to us on that front as far as our ability to organize things for you, as long as we're on the same page. On the email note, it's important to also make sure you're always checking junk mail or spam or some sort of catcher that may catch an email from us, obviously on the 4th.
Yes.
On that note, we've been sending out emails on a regular basis, in fact, weekly. For this call, we send them out.
Yes.
So if you haven't been getting this email, then that may be a good indicator that we need to make sure we have our settings right for you. So we can get that access code sent to you on the 4th. So
just give us a call.
Yep.
We'll walk you through it. We'll take care of you.
Great.
So, okay, when Dr. Gursky was here a couple weeks ago, we asked him if he would do a little video for us, a shareable, something that you could share, that you could send to people who love their pets, who maybe a veterinarian that you know, just to explain the scanner. And so we have that shareable ready, and we're going to show it to you now.
Howdy, I'm Dr. Kevin Gursky. I'm a veterinarian in the state of Texas in the United States, and I'm the owner of Gursky Equine Performance Equine Hospital. At Gursky Equine Performance Hospital, we specialize mostly in lameness and podiatry. So today I'd like to talk to you about the AO scan and what we've been doing in our practice with the AO scan. The AO scan is a tool that recognizes frequencies throughout the body. We know that all molecules are folded and all carbon molecules are folded and have a specific way of being portrayed in nature. And with this we get a rotation and a variation in frequency produced by the organ or the tissue. So the AO scan picks up on this and shows us differences or difficulties within those frequencies. Lets us know if there's a disturbance in that body area or that organ, and it kind of keys us into things that we may not be able to see on the outside. So I always start my examination with AO scan. I start with a complete history, just like any medical exam. I then go through a physical, do a complete physical on the animal. Of course, through the history, I found any complaints that we have, anything that's the animal may be presenting for. In my instance, it's usually horses. And then I scan the animal. So we have, within the scan, it will show a disturbance in the frequencies. And let's say we have a situation in the foot. In one case that I was recently working on, I had a horse that was chronic laminitic. And I was able to get about 85% sound with some shoeing techniques, medications, and steroid injections. But I couldn't get where I needed to be. There was bony changes. I was shoeing to the bony changes. I was doing everything radiographically through ultrasound and through my knowledge of the foot that was making it to where we should be 100% sound, and I couldn't get there. The AO scan showed me that this particular horse had some problems in the heel region, along with the chronic laminitis. That was not showing up on radiograph. It was not showing up any lesions on the navicular bone. Ultrasound did not show any lesions at the navicular bursa or with the deep digital flexor tendon. But I went ahead and added some podotrochleotic devices onto my laminitic shoe, and the horse became 100% sound. So the thing is real. The thing works out, and this is the way that I use it. I use it as another tool in my bag to make horses feel better.
All right, so we will post that video for you on YouTube, and you can share away.
Yep.
We love Dr. Gursky.
Oh, he's great. He is my second favorite Texan.
I know who your first favorite is.
Yeah, Amber Gold. There she is.
All right, so now we have some recognition. First, we're going to start with one of my favorite things, license plates.
Oh yes, license plates. We have a couple more.
We do.
That we're going to share with you right now. First, we have Rick Jones from Indiana, and I'm particularly partial to Mr. Jones.
Why is that?
Well, first, he's from Indiana, and his last name is Jones.
Okay, yes.
Indiana,
yes, I enjoy that.
That's a great dad joke
Yes.
right there, Mr. Indiana Jones. Okay, wonderful. Mm-hmm. But his plate is Solex. So welcome to the Solex Club, Rick. Thanks for being here.
Kai has a Solex plate too, so he likes it when people choose Solex.
I'm a little partial.
Okay, well, I love the next plate. This is Carrie Waite, and she's from Utah, and she is so creative because in Utah, AO scan is taken, that's Lauren's.
Mm-hmm.
Solex is taken, that's Kai's. So she did AO Solex.
Oh, good job, Carrie.
I'm so mad I didn't think of that.
Good job, Carrie. Well done, AO Solex. Love it.
We
now,
love
these
it.
two, both of them, get a
Solex silver coin.
and they're part of the
Legacy group.
Oh, good job.
Yes.
You just played
I
right
just
off
know the answers.
my
I
leads
know, it's
there.
weird.
Wonderful job.
So we'll send both of you a coin tomorrow. All right, next we had a contest last week on our call. We had almost around 80 people that, that commented on the YouTube.
Well, this was no small prize.
No.
This was the Bluetooth transducer headset.
Two of them.
Yes, 2 winners.
We have 2 winners.
Okay, so we have a bunch of entries.
We do.
We have a bigger container because of those 80. So we're going to pull right out of these 80.
All right, you draw one, I draw one?
Yep.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first.
He makes me go. Okay.
Just in case.
Good luck to you all. Good luck. Okay, here it is. Jane Hamilton. Okay, outside of the subscription, I definitely like the Ionix Gold. Such important stuff in there I know my body needs.
Oh, great job.
I love the
done.
gold too,
yes.
Jane. Okay.
And of course, everything's outside the subscription.
Well, yes.
Everything is. And
Right.
that's why we took
That's
it off.
why we said you can't say the subscription.
Yeah, you can't say that because we would get all 80 be that. Okay, here we go. Next one. Always South. I don't know. Oh, this is Amico South.
Amico South.
Amico, hey, I like the Solex Gold. Love the minerals. Thanks, Amico South. Wonderful. I love the Solex Gold. I take it every day.
Yep.
Even if my...
Don't say it. Even if his scanner
Even
doesn't
the scanner
tell him
doesn't
to,
tell
he
me.
takes it.
I take it. Because I want those, I don't
minerals.
want the tangling. I want the brain support from those minerals. So
well, that's really
I'm
funny.
convinced.
That's really funny that both of them were Ionix Gold. But it was so fun to read those. I mean, we had a lot of people love the gold, the pet collars, and the sucrose pellets.
Yeah,
I think
sucrose
those were the top 3 that you all loved. But thank you for saying that you loved the Wednesday calls. Someone
Yes.
said that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. And someone else said Solex University, which I just loved reading all of them. So if you have a chance, go read those and see what everyone loves. They're fun to read.
Yeah, we cannot tell you how wonderful it is. When you put a lot of work into something, a lot of effort, just to have a little bit of acknowledgement. That was wonderful for a lot of key people here at Solex to hear you say that you're grateful for this or that. If they were working on that project or another,
Made them happy.
They got recognized in your efforts. So thank you. Thanks for doing that. We have some top enrollers.
We do. We have some top enrollers. So this is for February 14th through February 20th.
Yep.
We have a tie as per usual.
Of course.
Let's start with second highest.
Okay, second place we have Jessica Zavaios,
Phoenix Rising,
Milana Agati,
and Mark Armstrong.
Yes, we've seen a few of those names quite a few
We
times.
have. Great job, though.
And then we have a tie for first place.
We do have a tie for
as
first.
well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Juliana Plater
Rick Kirkpatrick.
and Wilbur Beasley. Congratulations, Juliana, Rick, and Wilbur. Solex Silver Coin is also
Coming
theirs.
your way. Yes.
We're giving away
A lot of
5
them.
today.
That's great news.
We're almost out.
We are.
This is great.
All right, we're going to move on to our call. The next portion of the call is Dr. Tucker, and this is just a small portion of one of the presentations he gave at Dave Discovery, and we're just showing you just a little tiny piece of that so you can see what's coming.
Let's talk about what the AO scan can do for some of your chronic problems. But we need to put that in context. Let's talk about the Cepheid. So let me tell you about a personal experience that I had with the Cepheid, which is just absolutely amazing. I had just gotten my AO scanner, not my wife's, mine. And I had the flu over Thanksgiving. And when I was a child, I had childhood asthma, and it kind of went away when I was an adult. But when I get sick with a respiratory infection, it seems like the last thing to go is the cough and sometimes wheezing. So, and obviously, like most of you moms know, everything gets worse at night. So I was coming back from a business trip, got home about 12:30 at night, and I was doing great. I hadn't coughed on the plane. I didn't cough on the hour-and-a-half drive home. I was just doing great. I went into my bedroom, stripped down, and was so ready for bed. And right before I got in the bed, I started wheezing. And I don't mean just a little bit. I mean, I was wheezing a lot. And immediately it goes through my mind, oh my gosh, I'm going to cough and wheeze all night. I'm not going to get any sleep. I'm exhausted, and I'm going to keep my wife awake. So it just crossed my mind. Let me look and see if there's something on the Cepheid for wheezing. And I opened it up in my name and started looking and couldn't find wheezing but found asthma. And I know that my cough typically comes from that bronchial spasms that comes with asthma. So I said, let me try that. So I put it on asthma and I started it continuous and just ran it all night. Literally, my head hit the pillow, and within, I would say 10 or 15 minutes at the most, I don't remember going to sleep. I don't remember having a hard time going to sleep, but the wheezing went away. I slept like a baby all night and never coughed all night. And I was so shocked. I woke up the next morning and I was so excited telling my wife. So the coughing didn't stop at that point. So every night when I went to bed, I would cut on my Cepheid for asthma and run it all night. I didn't always sleep perfect, but I didn't really wheeze anymore, and my cough went down to virtually nothing. There's a huge benefit for the AO scan and for Cepheids, but we have to put that in context. And the context is Cepheid means subtle energy frequency imprinter. And like Loran always says, the key word really is subtle. So let me give you a couple of examples that I think will help you understand what we're talking about.
So we're changing things up a little bit today. We're going to sit down together, or we are sitting down together.
We are.
I'm going to go over some questions that have come in on Facebook with Loran. And the reason I'm here is because I really just wanted to read the questions to you.
I think that's good.
And have you answer. So I'm going to grab my phone. That's where I have them.
Okay.
All right. First question. Can you imprint any food or drink? Can you imprint other supplements like Imprint Health and Healing on some vitamin C capsules?
Okay, so yes, the answer to that, the short answer is yes. Now, when you're imprinting an affirmation or a homeopathic or a homeoenergetic or any of those types of things that are in your Cephi onto like a vitamin C, like this was asked, or any other supplement, you are not going to eliminate the frequency that's in that product. Like the vitamin C would still have its potency and its own frequency. But before you do any of those, I would recommend that you clear those that supplement. In this case, the vitamin C. Put it on your system, clear it. Now, it won't clear the innate frequencies that are in the vitamin C, but it keeps all the other energies that have, that may have affected it over time, so that it's clean and ready to take your new frequency imprint. So clear it and then imprint it. I think one of the people that responded to that even suggested that you can even boost the frequency of the vitamin C or whatever it is you're using, and that's also good. And a simple way to do that is to pick one of in fact, any of the affirmations. If you imprint that onto your vitamin C or other supplement, you're going to naturally improve the benefit, or I shouldn't say the benefit. You're going to improve and enhance the frequency that's natural in that supplement. So yes, that's a great way to do it. And that way it makes it to where you're not having to take so many things. So if you're taking your vitamin C's, you're taking your other vitamins, imprint them. Now you're getting both in one go. Great question, by the way.
It is a great question. One of the things that I love so much about the Facebook group is the interaction between people, and
love it.
The answers that you all give. You know a lot. You are so smart. You are well educated, well versed on the scanner, and we appreciate your input. And we learn from you.
We've learned so much from you. And the nice thing about it is you see the family feeling of this. Everybody's looking after each other. To watch, some of you put in a question, and to watch some of the responses coming back from the others is wonderful.
It is.
It's just to see that
impressive.
engagement. Yeah. So keep doing that.
Okay, there was another question along the imprinting realm.
Okay.
Why is there an imprint function for homeoenergetics with the detoxes? Why would you want to imprint a detox?
Okay. So remember, your homeoenergetics or your homeopathics, they are energy. They're frequency. They are not a substance, not a chemical or a natural substance. They are just an energy. And so if you're doing a detox program, or that comes up in your supplement, your supplements that you check in the mornings, to imprint that, it's just giving that reminder to your body that you're in a detox, or you're trying to do a detox program. And so that's what it's for. So that's why it's able to imprint.
That makes sense.
Okay,
last question is about supplements. I've scanned all of our supplements into my scanner, and my husband and I are running the quick scan 3 times a day before meals. My supplements always show up, but his scan doesn't suggest any supplements for the past 3 days. Can someone tell me why this happens, and should we trust it?
Okay. First off, I'm going to say I'm really proud of you for doing that every day. That's what the tool is there for, is to use, and to hear that you're actually using it, not just once or twice, but on all 3 meals, is really amazing. So good job. Good question. Okay, so first thing I would look at is to make sure that in his profile, those supplements, the supplement library is still attached, or at least the supplements from the library are attached to his profile that you want to check every day. make sure that's there. If they're not, if they are there, well then, yes, I would definitely trust that, because as the Europeans say, we have the most expensive urine in the world. And the reason is we
true.
take everything. We take so many supplements. And I'm not saying that taking supplements is bad, but as a general rule, we don't need as much as we take. You know,
Yes.
just because this, you read about this product and it's amazing for X, Y, and Z, may not be the right product for you to take at this point in time. Hence the library. Scan that product in, and then when the body's frequency aligns with the frequency of the product, then it's a good time to take. So in the case of your husband, and these supplements aren't coming up, but they did before, and you've checked the profile and they are tagged to his profile, then he doesn't resonate with those at this point in time. Earlier in the call, Kai mentioned that he takes the X, or he takes the gold. He
Yes.
takes the gold every day, whether the scanner calls for it or not. I'm a little bit different. If my scanner doesn't call for it, I don't take it. And the reason is not that the gold would be harmful, because it can't be. But if my frequencies don't align with those frequencies that morning, I don't take them, because it's going to be kind of going against the grain, so to speak. So I take what comes up. If I question it, then I might check it again at lunch or at dinner. But I take what comes up and what is suggested. And a little bit of personal information. My blood pressure has been normal now for almost 9 months.
That's great.
And I'm following what comes up on the scanner.
Yeah.
When I say my blood pressure, that's without any type of medication. And remember, in the beginning, we did say, do not put your medicines in,
No.
and I don't. I just follow what my supplements suggestions come up. I take those. And I am trying to eat a little better. You wouldn't know by looking at me, but I am trying a little bit. But I do my blood pressure every day, and I've noticed that my blood pressure has come to normal. But I'm only taking what comes up in my scan. And so, long explanation to a very direct question. So let's go back, check the profile, make sure the supplements are tagged, and then just, if you're questioning it, and it sounds like you are checking morning, midday, and evening, then maybe go in and change up some of the supplements and tag different ones and see, because maybe the body isn't resonating with those because they're not able to be assimilated at this point in time.
You mean different brands?
Different brands.
Of the same
Sure.
supplement? Okay.
I have several brands
Yeah.
for some of the vitamins I take a lot. And it's interesting to see, sometimes one brand will come up, another one will come up. Same with essential oils. I find that I've got several companies' oils listed in my scanner, and it's interesting. It's not loyal to any one. It's loyal to whatever frequency resonates with me at that time.
Right.
So I am so happy to hear that you're using it that way, because that's what it's meant for.
Yeah.
And it's a great tool.
It is a great tool.
Utilize it, and thank you again for that question.
Now that can save you money too.
Tons.
I mean, if we're taking the supplements as the companies ask us to take them, and we don't need them,
That's
we're just flushing money down the toilet. Okay. Thank you very much
No.
for that. And I just had one little ad. If I know Loran said make sure that your supplement library is connected to the profile. If you ever have any questions about things like that, you need help with that, just give us a call. We'll put the number at the bottom of the screen, our support line. But our customer support team is here, and they love to hear from you. They are here to help you. So if you ever have any questions, give us a call, and they'll walk you through it. So, all right.
One last thing, though.
Oh, okay.
There's so much information about the scanner, about the new features that are going to be unlocked in the scanner, about the current features that maybe you're not familiar with at Day of Discovery. If you haven't got your ticket for Day of Discovery, I urge you to get in and become part of that, because you will learn so much instead of waiting for these little calls on Wednesday. So much information is coming. So we look forward to seeing you then, and until next time, have
See you
a good one.
later.
Okay, Loran, this is one of the biggest giveaways we're going to do, or have done to date.
So far, yep.
Yeah,
It
this is a big one. What are we going to do? What are we giving away?
Okay, so because we're going into Day of Discovery, this is a big deal. I think, Kai, we should give away one of every thing that we introduce, one of the new things, every new thing that we introduce at Day of Discovery, to one person.
Okay. Because we're going 2 weeks from
We're
this
going
call
2 weeks.
until the next call.
Right, but everybody that participates into that part wins
They're
as
gonna
well.
win
They're going to
something.
win something too. So everybody
So
that
this
gets
is
into
not
that
small.
pool,
This is enormous.
this is a
If
big deal.
you meet the qualifications to participate, you're getting something.
So tell them what their qualifications
Okay, qualifications. Starting tonight through Monday, is it March 6th?
I think it's the 6th.
The 6th. Okay, that Monday. We'll stay right there.
No, it's the 7th.
Is it the 7th?
Monday is going to be March 7th.
Okay, the 7th. Monday the 7th. From now till Monday the 7th, if you recruit at least 3 QLAs or bring new PCs. We don't count retail in this because we're looking for people who are in the scanner.
That's right.
Have a subscription. A preferred customer has a subscription, and just about every QLA
That's
does
right.
too. So QLA or PC,
PC.
if you enroll at least 3, you're into this drawing.
You're in the drawing, and everybody gets a
A Bluetooth headset.
Okay.
If you are number 1, you are going to you're going to be awarded a prize that is over $500 in value. It is every
Everything.
new product that we bring out at Dave Discovery. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars in value right there.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
This is a big deal.
Data discovery is a big deal.
No, and there's one other thing. If let's say you get all 3 before the end of February,
You get the extra kickoff.
yes, you get the 75% instead of 65% liftoff bonus. That is a huge deal. Give yourself a raise before the end of the month. Get in the contest. Win the contest. If you get 3, you know you're winning anyways. So there it is. That's a good one.
I think it's a good one.
All right. Go win.
See you at Data Discovery.
You know what, Kai?
What?
This is our
I
last
didn't know you were
call.
going to ask me a question.
I know. This is our starting over. He's so dumb.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, how do you get in? Well, it's all you show us. You have to like grip everything. Oh my goodness, how did you pull this off? Oh, it's filled with balloons!